Revolutionary War. As I pulled my cannon through the woods, I thought to myself how smart we are and how obnoxious the British are. I just want to see the looks on their face when they realize all the weapons are gone. Huh. I take a few more steps through the woods to hear yelling from the barn. I get to my friends, we're all laughing. This day I remembered as April 19, 1775, when we made fun of the British and how obnoxious they were. But what we didn't realize is that the British were on the other side of the meadow that we'd all been standing at. They came out of the woods and oh my gosh, there must be hundreds of them. I look around at my friends, they're all quivering in fear. Oh, I was too. We walk up about 40 yards to where the British were standing. We demand you to seize your weapons. I thought to myself, we can't seize our weapons. I turn around to my friends, buddies and allies, when a shot is fired. We all look around in confusion. We all wondered who shot the shot. Next thing I know, I have to yell retreat. We run into the woods for about a mile to see how many they lost. Luckily, we only lost several of our men. We sat in the woods for almost an hour, waiting to see if the British passed by. They did. They said they were heading to Lexington to seize their weapons, or at least attempted. We just hoped that they got the same news from Paul Rue that we did. As I sat outside the hideout, waiting for my buddies to get done with their meeting, a good friend of mine, Paul Rue, rode by. The British are coming, the British are coming. And they're ready to shoot y'all, so you need to head to Lexington and get ready for battle. We all sat in the meadow for a while, waiting for the British to arrive. Next thing we know, we hear beating sounds that sounds like to be a drum. We all knew what it was. The British were coming. Our lieutenant told us to shoot until we saw the whites of their eyes. Ready, steady, fire. We shot their rumps like they were dead deer and blind deer. Next thing you know, they yell retreat. We run after them and try to shoot them, but they could not hit us.
As I walk and sneak towards the boats, I feel nervous. I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of money to do it. It was December 16th, 1773, and I'm millions of dollars to the ocean. I'm being led by the little believer that goes by the Lord Lord. As I walk towards ships, I think about when they're caught and killed. When Lord orders us to drink tea, I hesitate, then I do it. I forget about all the things I thought about before. All of us are dressed in mohawks, meaning many people are thinking of the Sons of Liberty organized by Samuel Adams. When Lord orders me to dump the tea, I proceed and execute his orders, placing some of the tea box where I want to fit with salt water and lost report. In this tomahawk, they will use the tea box so that they can get into the ocean.
Hi, I'm Francis Marion. I was a great military leader during the Revolutionary War and a hero. I was the slickest, stealthiest man alive and could sneak a large group of U.S. soldiers out from an army of British redcoats. At a young age, though, I was very small and sick, and my friend Peter Horry said at age, I was no bigger than a New England lobster. Now you think I couldn't do much, but I grew in size and strength, and at age 5 or 6, my parents moved to a new plantation near Georgetown. When my childhood was spent here, I wasn't very educated, and my uncle needed me to help, but my last desire wasn't farming, but sailing, and at 15, I became a sailor. I was a sailor now. On my first trip to the Caribbean, on the way home, my boat sank. I had to sit on a little boat for a week with 5 other men, without food and only rainwater. 2 men died and we finally landed, and that stopped my sailing obsession. And then, after all this, at 18, my father died, and I was the man in the house. And then 4 years later, the French and Indian War broke out. I was almost 25, and me and my brother Job were recruited by Captain John Postle to help drive the Cherokees away from the border. But enough of slow talk. Let's get to the good stuff. I was in command of Fort Sullivan, where the British tried to attack it, but we defended it with little guns and ammunition. I would have been at Charleston, but I broke my ankle and I had to leave to recuperate. And I then created a small group consisting of 20 to 70 men near the North Carolina border, still with a broken ankle. Colonel Tarleton chased me 26 miles through the swamp before stopping and saying, "As for this darned old fox, not even the devil himself could catch him." So that was my nickname, the Swamp Fox. I later left for a state assembly, but my men grew disheartened and thought to turn me over. I then put down a loyalist uprising on the banks of the PD River and then left to go home. The war was over, but when I got home, everything had burned down. My food, my house, everything. It was all gone. I had to borrow money to get it all back. I then married my cousin. We live and will die. That day will come. Just gotta wait. This is Fort Sullivan. It was my first place of combat in the Revolutionary War. The rear was open, but it was still very defensive due to the deep water in the rear where men couldn't cross. The sides were made out of soft palmetto wood where the cannonball was sunk into it. The front was made out of stone. It was really the only defensive part. We had very little cannons and ammunition.
Okay, this is the cannon that I pulled from the woods at the very beginning. What's your order? Okay. Okay, I'm the Revolutionary War Lexington Concord. What are you?
I'm Francis Marion.
And he's Boston Tea Party.
Thank you for
Any
coming.
questions? Any advice?
Y'all did good.
Thank you.